Shut down, shut down, 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 down. Shut down, shut down, shut down, 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 down. Government employees around the world. This was a shutdown. I can see my kids side-eyeing me from their beds. What? I am Better Moody, and you are listening to The Way Forward. Hello again. Today we're going to talk about what most everyone is talking about. Why not? Let's join the conversation. If you want to rehash this historic, momentous occasion with me, then stay a while. Sip some of the foam off the top of your vanilla chai tea with cream, and let's go. By the way, if this resonates with you or you just like hanging out, go ahead and follow the show. All right, let's get into it. The shutdown. Oh my gosh. That's right. Make some noise if you know what I'm talking about. I took them out already. I don't know what their issue is. Please stop. Okay, you know what it is I have them set up beside a window, their little room, their bed, and then they see everyone walking by in the morning because everyone wants to be healthy and they want to be a part of it, or they think they know something that the world needs to know. They need to let that person who's walking know that they exist. Or maybe they feel like they're protecting. I don't know. But the thing is, there were curtains, but I removed those curtains because the dogs eat the curtains. And then there were blinds. So I did a very risky thing. I let the blinds down. We'll see what happens if in the next 30 minutes, the doggies will devour the... I thought I fixed it. Maybe they just want to be on the show. All right. I think we're good. Nope. Get it out your system. Okay. So now that escapade, that performance is over, the doggy choir has ceased, let's get into it. The government shutdown, as I was saying before I was so rudely interrupted, is officially over as of November 12th. Yes. It happened sometime late last night. President Trump signed the bill to end the government shutdown. Maybe it was in the Oval Office. Perhaps it was in the cabinet room. Maybe it was in the president's bed while wearing his PJs and silk cap. They work 24/7, right? Barely awake, squinty eyes. He's like, all right, let's open it up. Pass me the pen. I don't know. That was my best impression. You're welcome. It doesn't seem, I don't think it seems like I don't think there's any reports on the exact location. So, freedom to imagine. I think there are pictures, though. So, if he was in bed, his PJs include a blazer and a red tie, a little American flag on the lapel. And turns out he sleeps with an American flag in the room, and he's constantly surrounded by applause, and he sleeps with a pen, the modern-day quill. The man is ready for anything. But yes, it is over. Finally, the longest U.S. government shutdown in history has just ended. And it ended in time for the holidays, or what's left of them. Anyway. All right, so we talked about the event, the moment the document was signed. But now I want to get into the real impact, and let's talk about what happens next. So, who got hit? I was one of the affected, partially, I got hit. And, from day one, the shutdown began October 1. The federal funding was gone, ran out. There was no more. So grinding halt for anything that needed to be funded with government funds. Federal workers, I'm going to guesstimate, is somewhere around 670,000. That's not just my fun math. That's what I could find. Somewhere around 670,000. Yeah, that nice round number would be better with a dollar sign in front of it. But alas, it was the number of people that were furloughed or sent home without pay. That's a lot. That's a lot of people. And 730,000 probably continued working without pay because they were essential. I don't know if that includes, nope, sure doesn't. Active duty military, and then over 750,000 National Guard and reserves also served under uncertainty. And I like these big fat numbers. States and local governments were affected, and then federal funds to the states, they were frozen or paused. So federal assistance programs were disrupted. I was reading about all the SNAP, but it was SNAP, WIC, Head Start grants. They really felt it. They were affected. But Social Security kept going, which was great because my mom is retired and gets that income and relies on it. So I was like, whew, okay, mom's good. But every week of the shutdown, it was estimated to cost billions in lost gross domestic product. I don't really know what that means. Let's ask chat real quick. What does it mean to lose gross domestic product? My humble mind has not grasped the concept. What does it mean to cost billions in lost gross domestic product? Seems like a valid question, right? Here we go. Okay. I guess it's just lost money. Money people would have earned, spent, or circulated. Oh, okay, because they didn't get it. They couldn't go spend it at the movies, on clothes, at the theater, so it's just gone, and that's how it affects the economy. Okay. Delayed consumer spending, the ripple effect across the businesses and travel, and yeah, that makes sense. So, what can we expect moving forward? What's happening next? So, now that we're back open, I saw last night, I looked up, I was like, what's going on? And preemptively, there were reports, they want you back at work tomorrow. I mean, I was already working, but all the furloughed employees, they were like, we want you back at work tomorrow. He's expected to sign. Just everyone was on top of it. So, but the writing was on the wall. They knew in advance that over the Veterans Day long weekend that this was coming. So then it came. So agencies will start catching up. All those furloughed workers are going to return to work. And by law, they should get that retroactive pay. But there'll probably be delays. Expect delays. There's even a sign up at Hanscom Air Force Base. Expect delays due to reduced manning, something like that. As soon as you come in, we may scan you in, we may not at the gate. You never know. We may check you out at the commissary. We may not. No, I'm just playing. I don't think they're affected, but none of those. But wouldn't that be something? We might get around to it. But that was the government for the past 43 days. Fun times. Travel and federal services are going to take time to normalize. Yep. Even though the bill passed, like national parks, flights is a big one, and federal offices, you are done. No side commentary. Listen to what I have to say. There was state level pain, economic drag, blah, blah, blah. Politically, this was the longest shutdown ever. And this moment will be marked in the history books. Hey, girl. Whew. It may shift future bargaining, fund strategy, how agencies prepare for, it's hot in here, for funding lapses in the future. I mean, it seems like over time, it's just been getting worse and worse. The shutdown is longer and longer. And then the time frame that's extended is conversely shorter. So this bill only gets us through January. It's crazy. So what are we going to be facing this again next year, beginning of next year? I don't know. So anytime around tax time, there's going to be delays. So if you were paying attention, your paycheck might have been fine. Your life may have stayed steady. I mean, I got paid. Didn't know if I was gonna. But, the system around you was all jammed up. The cogs, the wheels, they weren't all spinning in this system. So now, even though the government's back open again, you're going to live through some of the pain, the after effects. Slower service. Don't we hate slow service? Oh my goodness. Those poor waitresses out there. Those poor you at the grocery store standing in a line. That's me. Poor you at a traffic light. We hate delays. We hate being told to wait. But that's exactly what's happening. You're going to have to wait. Because everything's going to move just a little slower as this huge, massive, economical engine that was frozen, stalled, gets that jump start and starts running again. It's just slow. It's such a massive beast of an engine, this economic structure. So you can expect it to be slow, but it's going to happen. I guess the question isn't, is the shutdown over? Because it ended. The question now is, how soon does my world catch up? How soon before you're able to get your passport photos or, I don't know, transportation, Department of Transport, your license? Who else is affected? Yeah, like I said, the big one is airports because there's fewer controllers, which mean more delays. That's what it really looks like. TSA agents, God love them for checking all of our stuff. They're working without pay, so longer security lines. I don't know if you plan to go to a national park, maybe, but maybe it's not staffed. Probably no bathrooms, no services. I mean, I don't know, to me that's extra, but field trips for the kids. And then, I don't know if I said this, but yeah, the big one, assistance program for some families. They were really, I don't know how, there are a lot of programs that give. It makes me wonder if the government even really needs to give. I mean, that's probably going to open up a can of worms, but with all of the organizations in place that receive donations, and I don't know if you could hear that. People texting at a time like this. Don't they know? Don't they know we're having a conversation? But you know what? Maybe that was a gentle reminder. Don't get into this topic. No, but anyway, they were struggling. And it didn't affect every single thing, but the ripple. The ripple is real. We're about to see that butterfly effect. We're about to see what aspects of our lives will be touched. And wherever you are listening, I didn't even know about an island named Mauritius. If you're out there and you're listening, I'm really curious to know if any of this impacts you in the least. So, just a thought. So, this is Better Moody, and I get to continue working just like I have been. But now maybe everyone, I don't know if they're going to be grumpy, all the civilian employees that come back to work, going to be grumpy or happy because they're working for money. But I would be happy, especially if you get that backlog pay. That was just like, if you were planning properly, that was a nice vacay. But, if not, happy, welcome back to work. And yes, that is a good thing. Being able to provide, it's a good feeling. In the next episode, we're going to talk about what it means to be timeless. Because if a system like this can break or stall and then heal and move on, just imagine what we all can do. More specifically, I'm going to talk about one timeless woman and her impact. So I didn't have time to do it today, so it's ready. I got all my little bullet points ready to discuss, and I can't wait to talk to you about it. So I'll see you in the next episode. It might even be a bonus episode on Saturday. So bolo, and I'll see you then. I'm out. You guys have a great day.